Greetings and blessings to you all. Welcome back to my channel. I am Lex. I go by Lex Stays Liquid. And this is a very, very special time, man. This is a very a special time to be alive, especially when it comes to what we're doing here at Lex Stays Liquid with mental health, especially amongst boys and men. So this is a beautiful case study on Tyson Fury, arguably the best heavyweight boxer of our time, of our current time. And he, along with a few other men, celebrities, ones who are mainstream society, sort of, let's call them role models, okay, because they are playing a role and they have to act it out, right, on a world stage. So role model, right? And Tyson Fury has most likely saved a lot of lives just on the simple fact that he's been an advocate for mental health awareness, speaking on his suicide, a time when he went through a very dark time. He also is on Joe Rogan's podcast. I believe it was about 3 years ago from now, 2022. It is almost the 1st of May. Okay, and this is very imperative that we begin to start to heal ourselves, gents. All right, what we're doing here is we give free consultations, and then we able to see where it is that you are mentally. Remember, it's not only about physical fitness. We've established this, and if you just focus on the one facet, you definitely leave yourself open to get blindsided by what we call our shadows, darkness, demons, whatever the case may be. And you know, this is where a lot of men are living mentally. They don't feel safe within their own bodies, within their own vessels. All right, and so the first things first is admit it to yourself, and then the second thing is figure out whether you would love to speak to someone, whether you would love assistance. And this is what we're doing. We're going to be giving a lot more free workshops, a lot more free mental shops, not mentorships, similar to workshops, but we bringing in celebrities who we have access to, sportsmen, sportswomen, all sorts, people who are of influence, so that we're able to have a mentorship from them and their experience, all right, and so on and so forth, along with myself, right? So there's so much to be done. And remember, gents, if you're watching this and you have an issue, you're not alone, and it's not the be-all and end-all of your world, believe me. You know, we've all had to deal with certain things in order to clear, to detox, to cleanse. And if you really would like some assistance, open yourself up to it, and you'd find that there's actually a lot of areas of assistance where you can you know, get access to. Being that is us here at Lex Stays Liquid, we do have mentorships. One of them is a conscious consistency, keeping you accountable for yourself. Okay, self-responsibility is a big thing. Okay, if you cannot lead yourself, if you're not a king of your own kingdom, which is your body, your vessel, your mechanisms, then you're taken by something else. Okay, so this is a time to be self-empowered. Also, then once we heal ourselves, gents, there'll be no need for us to step into the darkness or look for things such as alcohol to run away, to suppress. Okay, and then what comes out of that, there's also gender-based violence, you see. So it's a whole cascading, perpetual cycle, which I believe once we begin to heal ourselves, the more we are open to talking about our issues, and then banding together and being there for one another, okay, then a lot of this will dissipate. It will start to become of the past, right? So without much more being said, excuse me, let's get into this video. It's an amazing video by Tyson Fury. I'm not too sure exactly. I believe he might have been on the Breakfast Club in America, or some radio show of the sort. And he's just going through the truncated version of his story, but he's got so much. You know, there's so many layers to unpack on that, but we're not going to unpack anything. We're just going to go ahead and, you know, take it from there. Otherwise, this is part of mental health awareness, and also his fight with anxiety, with depression, suicide, and then how he came back from that, and also the fact that he began to speak to someone, so that you can start to heal, okay, and uncover those layers of which you may have not even realized that they've been covered. Such is the psyche of the human, putting things very deep in the subconscious and letting them fester. And when they fester, those waters become dirtied. And when they become dirtied, only negative things can come out. And so what we do is we have to detox, cleanse, and clear. All right. And one of the ways we do that also, the mechanism we utilize is the 72-hour water-only full moon fast. And it's pretty much anyone can do it. But once again, there's so many modalities and mechanisms which we utilize. But first, you've got to accept where you are, and then you're then able to then start to motion to move forth in your own life. Without further ado, please enjoy.
That's the only thing we have in our lives, moments in time. And as soon as I've gone out that door, we can never reverse back and play it again. What happened yesterday is history. I look forward to the future on a daily basis. I live for today, and I don't care what happened yesterday. I'm just going to keep going today and living today and enjoying myself, because I know what God gives, God can take away in the flash of a second. People don't really understand about mental health problems unless you've been through it. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Mental health has got to be the biggest battle I've ever fought with. A dark thing, you don't know where that's coming from. You don't know what it's going to do. I had everything. I had money, fame, glory, good looks. I had it all. Everything that a man would ever want. You can have everything in the world and feel like on a daily basis, because no one can see inside the mind. Nobody could stop me, because they couldn't feel what I was feeling. I always suffered with depression. When I was on top of the world, it became more and more and more depressed, until it was like suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. Nothing can make it go away except medical advice and seeking medical help. I had everything, but yet it didn't mean nothing. I wanted to die on a daily basis. So material goods are only good for when things are going right in your life. I never knew what it was until it was researched and they told me that you're suffering from anxiety. I thought I was dying. I said, look, I think I've been drugged. Someone's trying to kill me, blah, 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 blah. Test me. I said, I want a blood test right now. I'm having a heart attack. I think I've had a stroke. When I finally realised what it was, I look back at it now, and if I ever go into anxiety again, I know how to handle it. Yeah. But before, it was a first-time experience of a panic attack. I didn't know what was going on. I was calling out to God to forgive me for my sins, because I was 100% certain I was going to hit the floor and die. The only thing I could think about was my kids having no father growing up. I think them final moments of life, nothing else matters apart from the most important things. I needed some time off. I'd been boxing from being 10, 11 years old and right up to 27 with no break. So I needed time to live a little life and enjoy myself, really. But it just went too far. All the time I was out, I was still doing random drugs tests. So I had cocaine in my system on 2 occasions. The British Boxing Board of Control had suspended my licence. I was deemed medically unfit to fight by the leading psychiatrist in the country. Millions of dollars in lawyers' fees to pay on ongoing battle in court cases. The odds of me overcoming all them obstacles, never mind the weight and the mental health, is like zero. It's not possible. And I had a lot of time off, 2.5 years, and a lot of people said I'd never, ever return. Because to lose that much weight, and to come from where I've come from, I had mental health problems, alcoholism, addiction to drugs, everything you can think of, I've been there and done it. I really don't know what had me depressed, but I knew I was just spiraling out of control. And the only thing I could think of to make it better go away for a bit was getting drunk. Wow. And that just led to problems after problems after problems. If I knew what it was, then I'd have fixed it straight away. But you just don't know what causes these things. And I was drinking every day, something I'd never done in my life. Wow. To try and wash me sorrows away. I've been drinking 4 or 5 drinks every night, because I thought it'd help me go straight to sleep, no problem. And I was very unhealthy. I didn't fit in anything I owned anymore. But every time I got drunk, I'd come home and I'd say, right, I'm starting training in the morning, regain mission. I'm going to be the heavyweight champion of the world again, and you watch. I could be anywhere, like, it was crazy, it was way out of control. Something needed to happen, and it did. Turning point was, I went out Halloween, dressed as a skeleton in a fancy dress party. I went out about 9 o'clock and I expected to stay out all night and get smashed. I had one drink. I looked around me and I thought, what am I doing? I'm thinking sensible again. I said to myself, you're telling me that you'd rather be here with a load of kids half your age? Is this what you really want when you've got a family at home and you're depriving your kids and your wife of quality time? Well, yeah, I pushed everything I held dear away from me. I went upstairs to my room. I got down, took the skeleton suit off, and I got down on my knees. And I was in a dark room on my own. And I was praying to God to help me. And I knew I couldn't do it on my own. I just knew it. I couldn't do it. I'd said so many times I was going to do it and believed I was going to do it in the night. But the next day come, I didn't have no motivation to do it. Zero motivation to have a shave, zero to brush your teeth, even have a shower, nothing. I got back that night, and my wife thought I was drunk. I come home early, she says, oh, you're home early. I said, yeah, I said, I've had enough of this life. I said, tomorrow, I said, I start to turn my life around. She said, yeah, I've heard it all before, because I'm the man who cried wolf 1,000 times. I said, I promise you, I said, I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it. And nobody believed me. But I knew I had a smile on my face, a twinkle in my eye. I got my tracksuit on in the morning and I was going to run 2 miles. I got about 200 yards and stopped. And I thought, right, I can't run. I've run all my life, I've always been a very good runner. And I got 200 yards and I was totally gone. It was a horrible feeling. I thought, okay, I'm going to walk the rest, and I walked. And while I was walking, I was on my phone, and I saw a little video from Deontay Wilder. He never come back. He said, and I'm glad he's gone because I knocked him out anyway. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to give it you proper. You're my motivation now. I'm coming back to get you. And every day I get a little bit further until I was doing 4 and 5 mile again. Worked very hard, trained 3 times a day, was on a strict diet. I said, I'm coming back. I said, I'm going to win the heavyweight championship of the world again. Whether you believe it or not, I said, I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. It was December now. I goes into this court case, and everyone said, it's a political court case against you. You're getting your hat nailed on today, you're getting a 12-year ban. I said, I'm telling you, I'm going to walk out of that courtroom. I said, and I'm not going to get no ban. Nothing. Their lawyers had spent well over 1.5 million trying to nail me hat on. And we called it quits on both sides. They never have enough evidence to charge me. They had nothing. They never had a thing. And I walked out and I said, thank you, God. I said, now. I said, people will listen today. I went to the Boxing Board of Control and I said, right, I want my licence back. I'm going to make a comeback. They said, right, you need to pass the same person who made you medically unfit. You've got to go and get medically fit. And if that doctor makes you medically fit, mentally and physically, then we haven't got a problem with it. And everybody had saw Dr. Phil, Dr. Martin, all these people, they said, excellent, perfect. He said, no problem, stamp, bang, bang, bang. Every one of them deemed me medically well and everything was back to normal. They had a board meeting, a high board meeting, and they said, right, approved, bang, reinstated my licence. I couldn't believe it. And everything that I had obstacle against me was now gone. I was on a clear running path, and I worked my way back, and we worked repetitively, day in, day out, day in, day out. And then I trained my way back nice and steady. We had a fairy tale story. It was hard work. But I finally got there in the end, and I'd had that first fight, lovely. It was. I felt like a fish back in the ocean. And I've never looked back since. But I believe it was a massive test, because sometimes in life when everything's going great for you and you don't know good from bad, you need to experience a little rain sometimes so you can enjoy the sunshine again. And now I'm happy for the small things in life. Just being here talking in a mental healthy state, basically.
Right.
I've got a great platform here to spread awareness for mental health, especially in sports. And if the heavyweight champion of the world can suffer with these problems, and it's okay for him to come out and talk about it, then that should encourage others to come out and talk about it. Because as big as and as tough and as opposed to great fighter I am, it can bring anybody down. Nobody is unstoppable from mental health problems. And everybody loves a comeback story, don't they? Everybody loves a great comeback. I'm a great believer, always have been and always will be, when it's your time, it's your time. Everything's meant to be in life, and I believe that I'm brought here for a reason, and I've got a mission in life, and I don't know what it is, but I don't know where it's going to take me, but I've overcome so much already. I can't lose already.
Right.
I believe it's written in stone, and my destiny is already set out in front of me. I believe everything's written in the stars, basically. So, you know, people go into boxing fights a bit nervous. I just go with the flow. All I got to do is train hard and turn up, because whatever's meant to be will be. I can't do nothing about it. It's out of my control. My destiny's already been written.
Wow. So that over there is Tyson Fury, and it's pretty, it's amazing, man. It's amazing from my side as a coach, self-development coach, to hear him express that even myself as a 7 foot or however tall he is, heavyweight boxing champion of the world. I think he's got all the belts, or a majority of them, and has the ability, and he's obviously put his ego to the side. You have to drop your ego off at the door if you really want to get to the crux of who you are, and to live guilt-free, fear-free, and be a leader in your own kingdom, within yourself first, and then develop this relationship with yourself, and then therefore the relationships with others will be a mirror reflection. Okay, there won't be the distorted reality. Okay, there won't be the opposite of that which you wish to experience. Okay, it won't be, hence why I'm saying the distortion in your reality. And so it's so powerful. But once again, there's also a video not a video, there's the podcast with Joe Rogan, where he goes into, I think, way more detail, especially talking about car crashes, etc., etc., etc. It's really compelling. I implore you, once again, gents, if you're listening to this, boys, and you have issues, and you'd love just a free consultation, and then we take it from there, this is the time. If you have issues, and you want to stop whatever's happening to you, if you don't know what's happening to you, it's a good time to open up and reach out. Otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and please continue, subscribe, please like, please share, especially to those men in your life, ladies. If you are listening to this, if they have issues, drop them the links to Lex Days Liquid, okay, to a few of these videos. Let's get the awareness out there. And also look out for my workshops, look out for my seminars, look out for my learnerships, look out for my mentorships online. Check it out, please. There's more ways to become healthy again. There's, you're not stuck. You don't have a death sentence. Mental health can be alleviated in terms of the issues. Okay, it's just like fitness. You got to keep working on it consistently, consciously consistent, in order to get yourself to a point of, now you don't need to think anymore. You just are a new being altogether. Okay, healthier, more radiant. You know exactly how to conduct yourself. You have beautiful relationships. The relationship with yourself is amazing. Your family, your children, if you do have, your wife, if you do have, your girlfriends, etc., etc., etc. It's a beautiful and powerful time to be alive. And also remember, it's all about the consciousness. If you are not conscious of it, therefore you're sleepwalking. Otherwise, please have a beautiful time where you are right now. And always love each other unconditionally. Remain blessed. Stay liquid.